Hello and welcome to another episode of Behind the Play. My name is Sam Carlson of SpawnRoom.com. Behind the Play is a series all about strategy, actually learning how a game works, how you're supposed to play it if you're into competitive, the competitive scene. This show is not about commentating, although I might try that at some point because it would be kind of fun. But it's not about commentating, it's about learning strategy, like really figuring it out, getting your mind to work in a different way that's exciting and fresh and all that kind of fun stuff that when you start to get it, you're like, oh, finally, this is awesome, Today we're going to be focusing on Counter-Strike Global Offensive. Now, if you've seen the other Behind the Play episodes, because this is technically episode 4, although I think I'm going to drop the whole episode thing and just do these all the time because they're fun. If you have seen episode 1, that was also about Counter-Strike Global Offensive. The difference between that episode and today is, well, first of all, this is probably going to go really long because I'm going to be actually showing a match, whereas last time I just, I was in-game kind of showcasing stuff with no other players, just that kind of a thing. So I recommend checking it out because there's a lot of good points touched on. But this one we're going to be watching a demo. It's going to be badass. And we're going to be watching it, and we're going to be pausing it like all the time. So if you want to watch like a match from start to finish without constant pauses and stuff, this is not for you. You're going to get all pissed off and be like downvoting this shit. But if you're actually want to get like have a moment, like big firefights about to happen, I'm going to pause it and talk about it because then we can like let our minds kind of catch up and go, okay, pull myself away from the confrontation that's about to go down. What is going on? Like, what should we actually be focused on? I mean, everyone can shoot a gun, but not everyone can figure out strategy. So, before jumping in, I'm going to explain how competitive Counter-Strike Global Offensive works. And I'm just going to read this because I don't feel like I didn't memorize it or whatever, and I kind of liked how it was worded. So, I'm just going to read this. One 5-man counterterrorism team is pitted against one 5-man terrorist team on diffuse or DE maps. Competitive events are played 15 MR or max rounds, with a best of 30 determining the map winner. Each team takes one turn playing the counter-terrorist and then the terrorist team. The first to 16 rounds wins the map. The job of the counter-terrorist is to defend the 2 separate bomb sites that the terrorists are trying to plant at. If the bomb is planted due to a failed defense, the remaining counter-terrorists are now tasked with defusing the bomb before it explodes. The round can also be won if one side eliminates the other. However, if the bomb is planted and all the terrorists are eliminated, the bomb still does need to be defused. A round timer is also set to ensure that rounds don't last unnecessarily long, and it also applies some pressure, some suspense. Yes, there are a variety of weapons and items players can choose from, the most popular being automatic rifles like the M4 and AK-47, scoped rifles like the AWP sniper rifle, and handguns like the Desert Eagle and P224 and that stuff. Players can also purchase grenades like explosive HE grenades, flashbangs, and smoke grenades. Counter-terrorists can also purchase defuse kits which reduce the defuse time of the bomb defuse. All the weapons and items are purchased at the beginning of a match and throughout the rest of the game. Upon death, the player must repurchase their weapons and items from a pool of money they earn from kills and round wins. And there's like a default amount you get every time, or at the start of every round. So it is important to manage your money wisely because expensive purchases that are lost on death can severely impact the success of your team. Okay, so that's the only thing I'm going to be like reading from script-wise. Okay, so hopefully this runs well. I'm going to switch over, and as you can see, we have the beautiful Counter-Strike Global Offensive. And let's play demo. This demo that I'm going to be playing is just 2 random teams. This is not professionals. The reason I did this was because they make lots of mistakes, and it's kind of nice to point it out. When you watch professional teams, they make mistakes, but it's less obvious. It's less frequent, so there's not as much to talk about necessarily. But okay, there we go. Okay, so right now I think they're just doing the knife round if I remember right. which, depending on... I don't know if all leagues do that, but I think they do like a knife round to determine like who gets to pick the side or something. Sometimes I'm not entirely clear if that's like standard across leagues or anything. But so this first round is, I mean, they're missing a player anyway right now. So so there's the CT side, there's a CT player, and the terrorist side. And I guess we can go through the players really quick. This is Pervy Jesus, Catch A, Star Rise, Survey, Tornado Corral, Mr. Long, Venividici, something, Funkuchen, Kui, and Hot Shoot. So they will hopefully kill each other soon and actually start the game. I suppose I could skip ahead, but I don't want to open that demo UA thing and skip too far ahead. Well, screw it. Let's take our chances. So we're going to fast forward this. Wait, does that actually fast forward? Uh-oh. See, now I'm going to screw this up. Demo time scale. Oh my god. 1. Does that work? Is he still moving too fast? I can't tell. That looks right, maybe. Okay. So I think they are starting actually right now. Good. Okay. Let's see what we got going on. We got the CT side starting there, terrorist side starting here. Hopefully you've played Counter-Strike at least a little bit, so you kind of understand that. With the CT side, what we're going to see pretty much every round is a very similar strategy. This Jesus guy, he's going to be watching this section. These two almost always go here. They watch one here, one there, and the other two go center. And let's see. So terrorists has decided to all go towards the middle here, pistol round. And we have the 5 of them. They're pretty grouped up, and this will be the first thing I want to talk about is this other player here on the CT side, Catch. He is ready for this. He is all prepared. He's got his pistol out, and he's waiting for the people to come through. And when they do, they all come through in a gigantic bunch, right? And that's problematic because when it's 1v1 and you have two and you're just pistol rounding like that, if you shoot really, really fast, only a few of your bullets are going to hit, okay? But if there's a group of guys standing there and he unloads his pistol, he's going to have a really high hit rate efficiency. Almost all of his rounds are going to hit somebody because there's every possible inch of space is used up by an enemy body. So that was the first thing I didn't like going into this match. They group, and they do this a lot throughout the game. They're always grouped up really close. That makes it really tough if a grenade flies in. It makes it really efficient if someone unloads on you because those bullets are hitting something. Next thing, Kui, who, which number is he? He is number 9. He has rushed out into the mid, as you can see, with the bomb. I do not like this, because if he dies right here, and say Mr. Long in the background there dies, and the other 2 survive and run away, guess what? They are at a huge disadvantage, because the bomb is laying out in the middle of the train yard, and the CTs can camp it. Whenever you're an enemy moving into whenever you're moving into your enemy's area, they have an advantage because they get to camp, they get to position themselves in a good area. You have to come to them. It makes it very difficult. So I really don't like that he just rushed out without the rest of the team rushing. I mean, if they all would have came out, then maybe that would work because they can really pump out the DPS, you know. But he didn't. He ran out by himself. It was very brash. The other problem is Funkuchen is already dead because I mean, I guess that's not that big of a deal. I mean, you rush out, there's a chance you're going to get shot and killed. So, but the fact that they didn't all rush up together, the fact that they were all clumped up, they're starting the round very risky and kind of in a weak position, and that's pretty shitty because pistol round's important, right? All right, so let's watch Survey here because he's about to unload on Kui, and let's see who get the kill. Survey's hiding behind some barrels. He's able to get that kill. Okay, so what's going on now? Star Rise has dropped down. So Star Rise came from behind, and I think I can bring up the map when it's paused, although it gets kind of glitchy. Oh, I won't be able to draw. Valve needs to fix that, because that is annoying. I think I actually have to resume it. Okay. So CT, bam, gets it right there. And how did that happen? Survey came down from the ladder from above behind them, basically to close off that section and to support his team. The one thing you'll notice too with the CT team is that they're very responsive to one another compared to the terrorists. The moment they spot the enemy, they know where they need to be and they move out right away. So you can see right in front of me, right here, all 5 of the team is in that area within 5 or 10 seconds of the conflict or from the engagement. So nice response on their behalf. Okay, going into this round, the CTs now have a money advantage because they got kills and they won the round. So they have a full loadout of assault weapons, which puts them at a huge advantage. They have 3 defuse kits. The terrorists, another save round, pistol round. They have 3 grenades between them. As you can see, they're all moved together and all flashed right there. Okay, and let's pause it again before I get too crazy. So let's see. There we go. As you can see, they are all clumped up again, besides Benevidici, who ran straight ahead. 4 of the other guys were all in one tiny spot, and they were all flashed at the same time. And if you look at Star Rise here, who's sitting down here, had he known that, like, if he knew his flash had flashed 4 people, and he kind of knew the positioning, I mean, he'd have to make some assumptions. But if he was feeling really aggressive, say, and he ran up the ramp right when he threw the flashbang, and he came around that corner, he could have literally got a quadra kill right there, because they just stood there while they were flashed. So anyway, we got Star Rise here. We got Jesus, who's watching the long ramp, which we'll see on every round he does the same thing. So he's already watching it. It's still 5 on 5. No one's taken any damage yet. And let's go into his view and watch him for a sec. So he's got the FAMAS. He takes out the first guy, and this is when who's behind him? Benevidici. His friend drops right here, and he doesn't really respond. He actually just stays, and he tries to long range him with pistol. The rest of his team comes in, and okay, and so one of the guys behind died right there because Catch A came up. I think that was where he died, right? We'll watch this play out, I guess. So he unloads on him, comes up behind. They didn't have anyone really watching the backside. Maybe not that it mattered because he had an assault weapon. It would have been tough. They were already at a big disadvantage there. But they're able to clean up the kills. I mean, I guess they had to do something. It was a pistol round. They tried to rush Bomb Yard B because, I mean, there are only 2 guys there. So if you think about it, they know Survey can't be watching, or not Survey, but they know Jesus here doesn't have an op. He can't afford it yet. So they know that that ramp may be actually kind of safe in a way because he can't snipe them. But and they know that there are only 2 people in this bomb yard. So an aggressive rush like that can work, but I guess the problem is they got flashed, and it totally slowed down the progress. CT responded really quick, and they take the round. No problem. All right. So we can see the... Oh, let's not get an updates. There we go. So you can see on the scoreboard the money situation. It's actually not looking too horrible. Terrorist side was able to buy some weapons, although it looks like... Did Kui not buy anything? Just pistols? It seems like terrorist side is less coordinated or something. Like, either they should maybe all save together. Well, I guess it's hard to say. Depends what their strategy is. Hold on a sec. Okay, so well, let's just take a look at the map we got. We got the 5 terrorists. They're going to try the pretty much same thing again, although this time, in improvement, they are not entirely grouped up into one spot. So that's nice. Definitely an improvement. We have Jesus who is aggressively moving up, which is kind of atypical from almost every other round. He just camps in the back. So he's moving up with the FAMAS. We have Star Eyes who's standing on top the train car, and he's watching the ramp. Now, at this moment, CT doesn't know that he is coming. I don't think anyone saw anyone. So, and you can tell based on the other players probably, because they haven't actually started moving out. So yeah, look, you can see Tornado Corral's still watching this area. Survey is watching this, although he must be somewhat suspicious by now, I suppose, because of the timing. If they were going to come out where Catch A is looking, he's looking towards the incendiary area. If they were going to come out there, they would have probably already made themselves known, because it's a very short path to that point. So maybe Survey at this point is getting a bit suspicious and thinking, okay, if they haven't shown themselves yet, they might be heading towards the back, and that's what Star Eyes and Jesus are about to find out. So let's watch Jesus and how this goes. So Jesus is walking, so he doesn't, and now he knows. So he saw 4 players there, which means he can immediately alert his team that, okay, this is what the terrorists are doing. They're not going to be this split up. Everyone head over to this side. And 2 of their players get picked off right away. Now, Starrise, I don't know what he was thinking exactly. He went uber aggressive and he ran up the ramp into those 4 guys, which he probably did it in response to Jesus, because Jesus went forward, started shooting, and Starrise probably thought, I'll support him, right? I'll come up and help unload on these guys so we can try and get 1 or 2 kills. They might not have actually expected there to be 4 or 5 guys in one spot. But they should start they might be getting suspicious now, right? CT might be thinking, they're always moving together. I mean, it's only been 2 rounds, so they don't want to make it too many assumptions yet, but you need to start programming that in your mind. What am I learning about the enemy team? They like to move together. And CT is going to just keep continually learning that, because that's what they like to do. Alright, Tornado Corral is... I don't know why he's looking this way, because they know that the terrorists are there. So I don't know if he's just maybe swapping over right now. I guess we can find out. Alright, Catch A is watching the ladder, and he's able to get 1 kill. Oh yeah, okay. So now I remember. This is actually kind of weird that they switched. I suppose they're just trying to be sneaky. They're thinking, we got 2 kill advantage, although that's kind of weird still, right? Because they get the 2 kills, they know, they get the 2 kills, and they're still going to come back towards the train yard, even though they've weakened that section of the map. And yeah, I don't know if that's actually a good strategy, because now they're walking into Catch A, who's camping, rather than had they just gone straight in for plant site B. There were 2 guys dead there. So it was a weakened area. They could have been 4-on-1 until they got reinforcements. So the other problem is if you can see on the screen there, he takes out one of the guys. One of them's at 3%, the other's at 89. This should be a red flag for, oh, someone is camping this doorway. He died like immediately. It wasn't like he walked through the door, there was a pause, and he got into a firefight. He just died. That tells you that someone's watching the door, right? It's not like they're robots and like started attacking immediately, you know. So for Hot Shoot and QE or whatever it is, they should probably just turn around. They got enough time. They got a minute. That's a long time. They probably should just turn around. Another problem is Tornado Corral is coming back. He's got a nice angle down the train there. And let's watch it play out. Takes him out, 3% health. I mean, come on. What are they thinking? Crazy Crazy bastards. Okay, so terrorist eats 1v, what is it, 1v3? Pretty precarious situation. I guess let's see what he's going to do. He's going to go that way. Takes some fall damage, gets flashed. It's 3v1, so as you... Tornado Corel, feeling very confident because it's 3v1. Goes ultra aggressive, takes him out. No problem. Alternatively, it would have been nice if the terrorist would have carefully and quietly just tried to get picks. He should have either tried to get a pick, or he should have just hid and save monies. Don't give him a kill. I don't know. It would have been better. Okay, so this time terrorists are opting to move this way. As you can see, the CTs are all in the same spot. Tornado Corel is aware that there are terrorists moving this side. And I like this. Through the smoke, he decides to sneak up and hide behind this, whatever you want to call this, pile of, like, grain or cement or something. And I love this. Watch Mr. Long. Does not check. That that is so noob. Come on, man. Just peek it. Just, you know, boop, like a little bit of an angle. Just to kind of get it. I mean, he could have got a shot off. They could have fought. He could have been hurt, but he's not. So now the terrorists are all kind of spread out. Let's take a look at where they are. We got Benevidici, Funk Chuchin. So is there just the three of them there? Okay, and so they left the bomb carrier behind. So a little bit odd. I don't know why I mean, he might be trying to, well, Catch A is coming. So maybe he's hoping that he can surprise him and get a kill. Again, it's kind of risky because if the CT kills Kui right now and this other CTs come and reinforce him, the bomb is in a precarious position. It's defended, you know. Now the Ts have to come to them. So if I remember right, I think Kui actually does run away, which is good. Just makes it. But this is sucky. And I wasn't spectating on this guy before, but I remember from earlier when I watched this, Kui knew Catch A was there. He did know he was there. It wasn't like he was thinking he was there. They heard each other walking through that connector. Okay? So Kui knows that Catch A is coming up behind him, and he doesn't tell his teammate Hotshoot. So poor Hotshoot is just crouched, minding his own business, looking for the CT, and he is about to take an ass full of bullets. So let's go back to Catch A and watch him unload. So he's going to be like, hey man, what's up? Unload, easy kill, no problem. Kui just keeps running away rather than supporting his team. Maybe they weren't in Mumble or Ventrilo. I don't know. They seem noob enough to do that. So anyway, Catch A is going to come up behind him, which... Kui, what is your problem, man? Think about this. They know that guy just got killed there. The rest of the team knows that. Kui knows that. They know that guy is behind them, and they don't look or anything. So Fengchujin is looking the wrong way. And Benevidici is looking the wrong way. And Benevidici is super vulnerable right now. He's injured, and he's standing in the middle of the train yard. They know there's guys there. So, you know what's going to happen, right? So, bam, he gets killed. Fengchujin's in another impossible situation. He does manage to get one. That's nice. Oh, but then he misses the bomb defuse. So they were actually able to get out into the yard and plant the bomb. And actually, if I remember right, because I think I saw that section, after he plants the bomb, I think he went into panic mode or something, and he would, like, rather than camping the bomb and, you know, just staying behind some cover and protecting it, if I remember right, I think he just ran out and got killed, like, instantly, because he just put himself out in the open. So a lot of, like, really sloppy mistakes going on. Oh, and I should probably mention that. Fengchujin, come on, man! You lost the round. The moment the moment your game says, they've defused the bomb, GTFO, get out of there. Because unless you're going to get an easy kill, it's like a horrible idea to just go running out, because now he lost his AK-47, he lost an HE grenade. What's the, he's at $2,600, that's not very much. So, He didn't have to do that. The moment it said defuse, he could have ran back to the ladder. He could have headed up. He would have been safe. He'd spawn with an AK-47. He'd have some money. He could buy weapons for his team and put the team into a less disadvantageous position, right? But he doesn't. So CT is fully loaded up. And I think we got one op on Star Rise here. Indeed we do. And on the terrorist side, they are actually not horribly stocked. Benevidici's got... He actually could afford an AK. I'm assuming he probably doesn't have a... He's got the normal pistol. What's Hot Shoot got? Hot Shoot has got AK-47. So they're actually not... In terms of weapons, I guess they could afford to do that, but they could have been in a better situation. Okay, let's see what we got going on this time. Alright, so CTs are... Jesus is on the ground. That's because he doesn't have an op, so he's... That's kind of an interesting position he's put himself in. It's weaker than where he normally would stand, I would think. So we got 2 headed mid, and we've got 3 this way, bomb carriers in the front. Not always the greatest idea. If he dies and the bomb lands in front of the opening there in front of him, it puts the bomb in a precarious situation again. So he should either drop the bomb, give it to someone else, or let someone else go in front of him, preferably. We have Catch A. He's just going to camp above, I guess. And I'm fairly standard. I mean, they're pretty much choosing the same positions every time. So let's see how this works out. Now, it looks like they must have got the CT side must have got the timing a little off this time, because no one's watching that door. They didn't make it in time. So they must have had a little bit of miscommunication in terms of team, because they should already be up there, but they're not. So, well, they obviously know there's terrorists there because there's a smoke grenade. Also, he threw that flashbang, so obviously they do have some team communication going in regards to knowing that there's an enemy there. And we got, where are those 2 terrorists coming in? Okay, so, yep. Positioning for them is okay in terms of grenades. Only one of them is probably going to take any grenade damage. However, if one person were to crouch down and look straight down this hallway, they could take a lot of damage. Sometimes you just got to put yourself into those positions, though, so I'm not going to go too deep. I'm not going to criticize them too much for that. These other 2 guys, this is kind of smart, right? So it's round 4. They've stuck together like pretty much every single round. They were a little crazy in the last one, but they're pretty much together. So they decided to do a split to mix it up, right? And right now, as it's set up, this is going to work nicely because the back of all the CTs are facing the other direction. So this could be set up pretty nice, but I have a feeling it's not going to work out the greatest. And here comes Catch A. He obviously knows that they're there. Let's see who he's looking at. Gets 1 kill right away. Hot Shoot is... I'm assuming he's going to go up the ladder, maybe? Nope. He just decides... Oh, he gets a nice kill there. So it's 2v4. The other hallway, what happened there? So the other 2 guys got mowed down. So maybe standing in that position, all in a line down the hallway like that, he was able to trade 2 kills for, what, 77 damage? 87 damage? What is he at? 13? Yeah. 87 damage. So that's not bad. Two kills. So now they're in a weak position again. Funk Chuchin, 13%. I mean, he probably knows he's injured, so he could be a bit aggressive and try and get the Tornado Corral's kill. But Tornado Corral's reinforced with an op by Star Eyes. Let's watch Tornado. So he's able to get the kill, no problem. Hot Shoot is in a... Hot Shoot's position right there wasn't necessarily terrible. Being able to walk down and look down that aisle is nice because, I mean, look at Tornado Corral's at 13 health, right? So if he would actually camp that, if Tornado Corral has to fall back because he's injured, he's going to die. So that actually was good positioning. The problem was it Surveyor, whoever was on top over there? No, it was Catch A. Catch A, who was on top, he kind of foiled that plan. He was able to get that first kill, That kind of screwed it up. Jesus and... well, Jesus is reinforcing now, so that's good. So it is 4v1. Hot Shoot is in a tough position. He's going to fall back, looks like. That was a tough position because he's. You would think maybe he should just run away, save his weapon, but the problem is they have 45 seconds on the clock. That's a long time. That's not long enough to stay hidden, probably. So engaging might have been the best chance there. Although he could have ran. He could have ran down the hallway here and tried for a plant just to be sneaky. Either way would have been really risky. So what are you gonna do? All right, let's look at what we got set up. Funk Chuchin is running with the bomb. What's Keche doing? All right, Keche's position, good. I like it. He's got good cover. He's looking right down there. They know the enemies are coming out there because of the smoke. Well, they don't know for sure, but they're suspicious because of it. Although Keche does know, because look at Mr. Long, who has opted to. Oh no, that's Venevidici, has opted to rush out and straight across. Could work. If he gets himself in a good position, he can cut off the... Where's Kui right now? If Venevidici sits behind that train car right there, he can actually cut off where Starrise is about to come. But the problem then is his back is to that ladder section, and then he puts himself in a pretty vulnerable position because they know that Jesus and whoever else is normally here, Survey or whoever it is, they know that they're going to be in this back section, so they're probably going to loop around, drop down the ladder. So Venevidici has maybe 5 to 10 seconds where he could hold this train car and cut off, but he needs to keep that timer in his head because if he stays too long, he's definitely going to die. The other thing is Venevidici could go up the ladder and camp the other room in anticipation of the of Jesus and Survey coming that way, and hopefully he could, get those 2 kills, cut him off, and help his team. Okay, Kui, what do we got going on with you? He's going for the bomb plant, except he doesn't have the bomb. Oh, so that's kind of odd. That probably should have been Feng Chuchin. Instead, they should have been swapped positions. Kui should have been here. Feng Chuchin should have been there. He could be planting right now. The sooner you plant, the better, right? Because then then they're more pressured to do something. They have to be more rash. They have to be more aggressive. They have to put themselves in dangerous position. Okay, so what is Keche doing? Keche is whipping a nade. Oh, there's 2 nades. Glitch. And Tornado Corral, what are you doing? Looks like he might just be checking, or he might actually go all the way around. I don't know if you'd want to do that. I mean, you think like, oh, he could sneak up behind him, yeah. But that's a long run. By the time he gets there, if the T's have a good round, it's going to be 1v5, 1v4 or something. So I have a feeling he's going to turn around, if I remember right. But we'll find out. So here comes Keche. He's still got a grenade out, which is kind of odd. He should definitely have his gun out. Oof, I don't like that. Grenades are great, but use them in the right way. I have to feel like he saw those guys coming. Maybe he didn't. If he didn't, I'm sorry. But if you did, come on, man. He had a huge opportunity to lay down some serious damage, not only on who killed him, Feng Chuchin, but on the guy behind him, which is, what, is that Hot Shoot? Yeah, he could have done some serious damage to both of them, but he didn't. So, Terrace are looking alright this round. I mean, they're up a guy, although the one's got 13. Alright, where's Survey at? What are you doing, buddy? He is probably just making his way to support. Starrise. Kind of in weird positions. I'm kind of curious what they're going to be doing here. So I guess they must be talking and saying, actually, this is kind of interesting. This is kind of exciting. He did actually run around, so they did have enough time. I suppose because they're disengaged right now, he doesn't have to support his team right now in any critical moment. So they do have an opportunity, and this is actually really interesting. So the terrorists are all looking in the same direction, I believe, right? So we got one watching the ladder, good. One watching here for Survey. One's planting, another one watching for survey, and one watching this way. This is actually good. The terrorists have set themselves up in a good position. They've got good coverage, although Kui could be in a little bit of a precarious situation, depending on what Starrise does and depending on how Hot Shoot responds. So let's watch it play out. Dun, 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 dun. So good, they got survey. And let's switch over to Hot Shoot. So he must have saw him. He's taking some shots. Did he just take some friendly fire from Chuchin? Come on, dude! Saboteur. Oh my god. Okay, so Tornado Killer has revealed himself. Did manage to get a kill. That's great. He came out from behind, surprised him. I'm assuming he probably told him because it looks like who is that? Funk Chuchin? God, I hate these names. Funk Chuchin. He's climbing the ladder. He must know. Starrise might have a good shot on him though. Let's switch into the scope because I want to see this. So he's gonna go. Bam! Oh, he misses. Nice try. Double miss. Triple miss. Uh-oh. There, he gets it, and then oh, tough break, man. So terrorists, they actually put themselves in a good position. Although I have to commend the CT team for responding in a very interesting and surprising way. That was fun. Okay, let's switch back to this mode. Let's see what they're gonna do. So same old, same old, same old, same old. Okay, so they're gonna bring wrong buttons. So they're gonna bring themselves out into the train yard again. This time, let's see. What do we think about this? So whoa, 2 immediate kills. Where did that even happen? I totally missed that. So okay, so there's one. That must have been Tornado Corral. Where was Survey? Where are you, you bastard? Well, I guess, I don't know. They were able to rush out. They surprised them. That's pretty cool. So they're definitely looking better in these last 2 rounds. I'm liking it. So Benevidici, what are you doing? He's ran himself out again. So, you know, to me this is, it's okay if it works. It seems kind of risky. Maybe if the rest of their team was out, it's hard to say. I mean, he really likes doing it, so let's see how he plays this out. So the teams are rushing out. Catch A is looking for a spot. Doesn't check the corner again. Mr. Long, you need to get kicked off the team. Come on, dude. That's the second time he's done that. Seriously, it takes half a second. Just look. Like you go, okay, ready? You go, you know, just really quick. So anyway, he gets killed. Ridiculous. I'm assuming he's going to alert his team. Funk Chuchin is probably going to be like, whoa, where did that guy come from? He's going to probably check. Benevidici is running out, and he's going to intercept Jesus. That's good. So he's going to try and get the jump on that. And see, what's nice is if Benevidici is quick enough, he can, I mean, because, right, it's ideal to close off this door rather than all 3 bays of those train, the train yard, right? If he can close off one door, that's way easier than trying to manage the 3, I don't even know what you call them, like the train something. I don't even have a word for that. Train garages, maybe? Well, anyway, whatever. It's easier to manage. So he might be putting himself in a good position. It's 4v3. Awesome. So they need to take care of Catch A. Benevidici needs to not die and just suppress Jesus. Don't even worry about killing him necessarily. Just suppress him so you can close off that one section. And maybe do it from back here by A3. I wish I could like point at the screen. Where it says A3 in the back. It'd be nice if he stood maybe right there so that when Funk Chuchin engages Catch, he can offer support fire whilst also suppressing Jesus. Although then that also puts him in a dangerous position of getting shot. So you just got to be good. All right, Kui, what are you doing? Kui, you got 2 guys over there. Turn your ass around and look through that door because he is about to get the surprise of his life when Starrise busts out. So that'll be interesting. Let's actually watch and see who gets the kill here. So he gets 1 kill. Kui kind of responds, but it was a little bit of a slow response. Now, they've evened it up. It was, what was it? It was 4v2, 4v3. Now it's CT advantage. Or is the bomb down? I didn't even see. The bomb is on the ground. They didn't plant it. Oh dear. Oh man. Okay. So Benevidici dies. CT responded well. Not particularly well. They just got the kills, I guess. Wasn't like revolutionary or anything, but oh, come on, tease. Kui should have had that door completely covered. The guy with the bomb should have planted the bomb. Obviously, I mean, that's like your job. Okay, well, whatever. It's in the past. Oh, whoop. Okay, pause it up. Grouped up fairly close again. They're trying to fast rush because this is a save round, if you'll notice. 4 pistols, 1 Uzi, so they're looking for an ultra-aggressive push just to get the bomb down and try to get... See, if you can get... Even if you die and you get the bomb down and get some kills, you can actually end up in a fairly decent position because not only did you save money, but then you got some money from the kills and from the bomb plant. So that aggressive push, not a horrible idea if they can pull it off. Alright, what is Star Eyes doing? Star Eyes has opted to whip an incendiary grenade into this ramp. Why did he do that? He did it because he wants to close it off. Right now, he doesn't have to worry about this ramp anymore. He obviously saw some of the enemies there, or he assumed that they're coming that way. Whips the incendiary, he closes it off, he doesn't have to worry. So now he can focus on a different attack vector, which you'll see he'll focus on in a sec. I'm going to look at Jesus really quick. Jesus is watching there. And now, this is where... This is actually really smart on the CT side, because Jesus has the op, right? One-shot kill. He's watching the ramp. Star Eyes is a fucking genius, apparently. Actually, it's probably fairly basic strategy, but he's a genius. And he closes off the ramp, and they need to rush. It's a save round. Maybe he is a genius, because that's really smart. I like that. That is awesome. Closes off the ramp. He knows they're rushing. They know it's a pistol round. He's watching with the op, and he's about to get a ton of kills. Assumingly. So, watch. Okay, so, closed off. Star Eyes is going to check up there. And we got the op action going. He gets the 1 kill. Is he going to get any more? Jin, 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 jin. Oh, we got some stuff going down. Star Eyes got rushed on. So, he... Okay, that's interesting. He obviously didn't time it quite right. The moment, how should he have handled that differently? He probably should have, once he looked up there for a support kill from the op, like say they did rush out up top there by the ladder, he could have supported his opper had they run out and done some fire for about just a few seconds. So maybe like, literally like 1 to 3 seconds. Maybe just... Let's make it 2, just to be nice. So 2 seconds. 1, 1,000, 2. He doesn't see anyone. He should have flipped around and probably put himself in a different position, to be honest. This position is awfully weak because not only does he have 2 guys in front of him, which are about to completely own him because he's at 14 health, his back is now to the ladder. Of course, he's got the op protection, but... I mean, I guess he knows he's got the op protection, so it's not so horrible. But he could put, you know, there's probably a better spot, like, between the 2 train cars there. Well, let's watch. So he gets taken out, no surprise. Jesus is trying to support. He should have got that kill there. And now they're down to 1 player. Ouch. That was quick. So Hotshoot's going to go for the plant. It is 1v4, although one teammate is back there. So Tornado Corral's a little bit out of the fight. He's out of the fight for about 3 or 4 more seconds. Hotshoot's in a tough position. He's going to get the plant, but there's not much he can do at this point. And actually pay attention right here, because he does something that a lot of people seem to do at an amateur level. He jumps out in... I mean, he knows it's hopeless, pretty much. But the fact that he just leaps off the train car, I mean, he knows that the opper's up there. he knows that those other guys are coming because they actually exchanged fire for a little bit before. I mean, there's not much he can do, but at most he could at least try something rather than just jumping out into a suicide. Basically, he could have. I mean, it looks like he dropped a flashbang. He could have whipped it where he jumped, spun around, and like checked this area. Maybe rush over to where that CT is, and put himself in a position where he can kind of like take pot shots on the bomb while not being super exposed. But instead, he like panicked and leaped out. And that's the end of the round, so they're going to get the defuse easy. There's plenty of time. Bum, bum, bum. Bomb has been defused. Counter-terrorists win. So it is currently 7-1. CT is dominating. They just look stronger overall. Terrorist team just looks... They just look weak. They're not coordinating well. They're making a lot of just basic mistakes. So if you're wondering, if you're an amateur team and you're wondering why it is that every time you go play in ESL or on ESCA or whatever cups you're playing in or leagues, and you're wondering why you're dying all the time, watch your demos, analyze your play, because there's going to be all these little things that it might not seem like a big deal, but when you add them all up, adds up to a lot, and it makes you significantly worse. So, all right, let's see what we got for positioning. So we got all 5 heading this way. These 3 are covering as usual. These 2 are covering as usual. And so 2, Keche has definitely seen these guys. He knows they're there. He's falling back. Tornado Corral. What is Tornado Corral doing right now? Kind of in a weird position standing. Why is he standing right there? Well, okay, so they're going to move back. Where's Keche? Keche is still covering here. Benevidici's going aggro, man. Dun, 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 dun. Oh my god. There was a safer way to do that. He could have done a little bit of strafing action. You know, like just get a little bit of a peek. He kind of just walked straight out, so that was dumb. Okay, so what are the T's doing? Let's watch it on the map. So they're going to go... I wonder if they're going to drop down. Or they're going to go for a B plant. They've definitely got the CTs confused right now. So, right? Because if you think about, like, previous strategies they've done, when they've all moved into the same area, the CTs have all responded by moving to that area. But they must have them a bit confused or a bit suspicious about something because... They haven't really moved. I mean, no one came and really helped catch A. So that tells you their mindset a little bit, right? Like, they're still a bit like, I don't know if that was everybody. I don't know why they would think that, though, necessarily, because based on previous rounds, they've always stuck together. And they did see an awful lot. But he got the 1 kill, and no one has showed up. So maybe Catch A is just on Mumble saying, just the 1. I think it was just the 1. You know, Jesus is moving into a better position to more quickly support his team if they did happen to show up where Keche was. So that's good. Starwise, if you look, is he's waiting in the connector, which is a good position because if they do show up in train yard, he can support his team quickly. And if they do, and if Jesus says, "Hey, they're down in plant site B," he's right there to offer support as well. So he's in a good position there. I like that. Okay, so Fengchuchen decides to walk right out into an opper, and oh yeah, that's right. So Fengchuchen and Benevidici go down right away. The moment that yeah, and I remember this too because Jesus missed his first shot with the op, and if that happens, you should just pull back probably. Instead they both. Like 3 of them run down the same way that an Opper and M4 is watching, which they didn't have to do. I mean, Kui, where's the other guy? Kui, hot shoot. They should have just sent 1 guy. 1 guy by himself should have went down the ramp just to see what was going on. The first op fire misses. That's like GTFO back up and let's all take ramp on top, maybe. Because if the opera's shooting there, that means he's on the ground. And if he's on the ground and you have the like raised area, that's like an advantage because you get to look down at your enemy. You have more angles to hit them at. That's nice. So that first, even if he did hit him, they should have just backed off and went along the ramp. That would have been smarter. So I guess we can just watch it play out. So taking more shots. The other guy decides to come down. He hops the bomb plant, gets the other guys down. So tough position for Mr. Long now. He's pretty much screwed. If he pulls this off, this would be the most epic thing ever. I have a feeling he's not going to. He gets one. He's revealed himself right now, right? Because he's running, he's revealed that he's in that position. But the timer's run out, he knows that, so he's going to go and camp, hold his position. Smart. I mean, you can't win. There's no time, so choosing to save your weapon, save your money, that's all good. I like it. Good job. Okay, anything different? Same. Terrorists are all going to do a fast rush out into train yard again. 2 down instantly, flashed. Whoa, what's going on right here? Tornado Carell is busting out the knife, and he's going to... Oh, that's awesome. So, who's watching right now? What do we got? Catch A. Good position. He closed off the backside. He's done that a few times with the incendiary, and I mean, I guess, you know, like, it closes off that back section so they can't run that way. But it seems like it would be better to either throw the incendiary a little bit farther, like, see where Mr. Long is. The incendiary, if it landed in front of the doorway, they could close that off and, like, kill their timing. That would be kind of cool. But where it's at right now, I mean, it forces them out into the train yard. That's good. But it just seems like Catch A could potentially just crouch down in front of the train car there and just unload on them and do a lot more damage. I guess because of the incendiary, though, he could still unload on them. He just can't see them as well. So Tornado Carell gets picked off trying to get the knife. It's down to just one guy against 3. Oh, friendly op. Damn. That's one way you do not want to lose a match, right? That would be sucky. Well, they get the win anyway. It was an aggressive rush. Didn't pan out. Too bad. Okay. So, same. So, okay. So, CT looks the same. Benevidici, what are you doing? He's rushing out all by himself. So, what is he thinking? What is the rest of his team doing, first of all? This guy's dancing. So we've got 3 that are still just waiting in the back here by spawn. This seems a little bit crazy to me. Kui's separating on his own. 3 in the back. So maybe they're doing some sort of delayed strategy where the 3 in the back are going to pause, maybe cause a little confusion. Benevidici is put himself in a situation where he's just going to die. But they do have the smoke down, so they may be going for, you know, just confusion. Smoke down, Benevidici shows himself, gets in a firefight, just tries to stay alive as long as possible. They get the CT team to focus on him, but then it seems like the 3 in the back should have already been over where Catch A is, because then they could have surprised all of a sudden, but... let's see what they do. I have a feeling Benevidici is not going to last long. Yeah. So okay, so maybe they weren't doing anything special, and they were just being terrible. Okay. Okay. Interesting. So this could have worked, but the timing was horrible. That was horrible timing, right? Benevidici should not have been out in the train yard that early, or he should have had support. He should have waited. I mean, Venevedici could have came out. Maybe he just wants to cause confusion. But the other two guys, it should have been 2 or 3 come from there, and these 2 guys come from there and merge on the train yard at the same time. Get the timing right. Because then when they're shooting at Venevedici, that guy had run out to shoot Venevedici. Kui and Hotshoot could have been right there to take the kill. Also, I think, did they... Oh, no. Mr. Long's got the bomb. And he's put himself in a kind of a weird position. I don't know why he's back here. What is he doing? He's just kind of just chilling. He's running off. He's exposed himself with his... He's only got a pistol! Dude, he's gonna die. So, that was probably a little bit of team fire. Drops down. Come on, guys. Terrible. Oh, this is just looking depressing for the terrorist side. They're not coordinating at all. That was a bad positioning, bad timing. It was totally mismanaged. Oh, so CT again, same thing. Kui is running off. What is he doing? He's running off by himself with the bomb again. He's going to drop it totally unnecessarily. So Venevedici looks like he's about to op his friend in the back of the head. That would be a great start to the round. Jesus is watching where he normally is. Star Eyes, watching the ramp. I'm assuming he threw the smoke, which is basically like the incendiary, right? That kind of just close it. It doesn't technically close it off, but it makes Kui, who's in that position, very nervous about rushing down the ramp because he doesn't know what he's going to face. I mean, Star Eyes could literally be right there with his gun up, and Kui comes out the side of the smoke and gets owned, right? Of course, Kui could pre-fire and try and hopefully pick him off, but... Funktuchen is way behind his other teammate. Oh, that's Kuya. And unconnected. They lost a teammate. So look, or did they lose a teammate? Or did he rename himself? Okay. Oh, I think he actually unconnected. So he must have rage quit because his team is doing so awful. Let's just see where it all plays out, because I can't imagine there's going to be much good strategy in this here. So Mr. Long keeps putting himself in a position where he's right behind Venevedici and going to op him. I kind of hope he does, just to learn a lesson. So Venevedici takes a somewhat risky move walking out of the smoke like that, but he's going to do it anyway. And so he sees one of the CTs. I like this. He's walking, he's sneaking. I don't know why Tornado Corral had turned his back. I mean, didn't he know they were there? I think he did, because they didn't exchange fire. So that's kind of odd that Tornado Corral is all by himself, first of all. He's all by himself and he's got his back to him. So I suppose maybe in his mind he's thinking there was only one guy. They're doing that strategy that they did before, where they sent one guy and everybody else went around. So in a way, terrorists, good job. You're tricking the CTs. That's great. And you're going to get a kill out of it. But I have a feeling it's not going to work out too well, because you don't have the bomb. Kui did, and he is quite dead. Where's Hotshoot? Hotshoot is the one who disconnected, so in a way this isn't even like a legit round because it's 4v5 right off the bat, but they could have had a plant right now. Had Kui not ran away with the bomb, they had the plant. I mean, look at how much time's right there. I mean, granted that CT would respond immediately the moment it was planted, but they would have planted, CT would have had to come to them, T would have had the advantage because they could have put themselves in really good positions. The Opper could have been up on the railing up there. Venevedici could have put himself crouching behind these train cars where he could shoot people as they were walking. They could have won. They could have won this round if they were in good position and able to. And Hotshoot came back especially. They definitely could have won this round. I mean, they could still win it, of course, but... Oh, so they drop a player entirely. He gets opt. He didn't even have to, well, he had to now because they don't have the bomb, but... And... dead. Oh, God. Just not patient enough, I guess. I mean, they didn't have time. Bomb was in the wrong spot, but... yeah. So actually I didn't watch this all the way through. I have no idea if the 5th player is going to come back. So I'm actually going to stop it here. I think we covered enough. Plus, I got to drink some water and take a break because I am exhausted right now. So, stop that demo. So that's it. That is Behind the Play. If you've never watched it before, that's what Behind the Play is all about. Let me switch back to my webcam. It's all about analyzing strategy, and it's designed for new players and fans especially, and spectators. So the idea is, like, if you're going to go to an event this weekend and you're going to watch Counter-Strike Global Offensive and you want to know what's going on because your friends do and you want to like fit in, or you want to brag and show off all your elite strategy skills, that's what this series is all about. So if you liked it, please rate it. Let me know how I did. This is new for me too, so I'm trying to get better and learn more strategy myself, and hopefully it's a bit of entertainment / knowledge and learning and all that sort of stuff. But whatever. If you think it's terrible, leave me a comment. If you think it's good, leave a comment too, because actually, like, sometimes it's not clear. Like, people watch it, but they don't say if they like it or if they don't like it. So I have no idea what that means. Like, is it just meh, or is it terrible, or is it good? Because if it's good, then I know I'm kind of on the right track, and I can still keep, making improvements and whatnot. So I'm rambling. Sorry. Thank you very much for watching. This has been Behind the Play with Sam Carlson from SpawnRoom.com. Consider subscribing above. Every subscription helps. See ya.